Have you ever seen your cat lying quietly beside you, giving you a slow blink or silently following you from one room to another, and wondered whether those are real signs of trust? A lot of cat owners assume that if a cat trusts them, it should be clingy, should ask for cuddles, and should show it, clearly the way a dog would. But that is actually one of the biggest misunderstandings, because cats do not build trust in a loud, obvious way. They do not speak through big displays. They speak by slowly letting their guard down around you. And if you do not understand that, you may be missing the most important signals your cat has been quietly sending for a long time. In this video, we are going to explore the deepest signs that show your cat truly trusts you. And the deeper we go, the more you will realize something beautiful. A cat's trust is not about doing something big for you. It is about no longer feeling the need to stay guarded when they are with you. 1. Your cat sleeps very deeply when they are near you. This is probably one of the strongest signs of trust. A lot of people assume a cat sleeps next to them simply because the spot is warm, soft, or convenient. But if physical comfort were the only reason your cat could easily sleep in many other places around the house, what really matters is their nervous system state. When a cat is asleep, they are at their most vulnerable. In the wild, that is one of the easiest times for them to be attacked. So a cat can only sleep truly deeply in a place where they feel safe enough that they do not need to stay on guard. If your cat lies beside you with a relaxed body, their legs stretched out, their belly slightly exposed, their breathing slow and even, or even turns their back to you while sleeping, that is not just comfort, that is trust. Because for a cat, sleeping deeply near someone is almost like saying, when I am with this person, I do not need to defend myself anymore. 2. Your cat gives you slow blinks. This is a small behavior, but it carries a surprisingly deep psychological meaning. When a cat looks at you and then slowly blinks, many owners just think it is cute. But in a cat's body language, this is actually a very clear sign of softness and ease. An animal that is on guard usually keeps its gaze active and alert. It watches, monitors, and rarely lets itself relax. So when your cat slowly blinks in front of you, it often means they do not feel the need to stay tense or defensive. It is a very quiet form of communication, almost as if your cat is saying, I feel okay here. I do not see you as a threat. If your cat has ever looked at you like that, comment 1. Because that is often one of the gentlest moments a cat shares with a human. 3. Your cat turns their back on you or lies on their side in a fully relaxed way. At first, this may seem a little backwards. A lot of people see a cat turn away and assume the cat is ignoring them. But in many cases, the meaning is actually the opposite. A cat that does not trust someone usually wants to keep a clear visual advantage. They want to monitor the space track movement around them and stay ready to react if something feels off. So when your cat turns their back to you or lies on their side very comfortably in front of you, it often means they do not feel the need to watch you closely. That is especially true if they expose part of their side or even a bit of their belly while remaining relaxed. This is not always an invitation for belly rubs, and that is where many people misunderstand the moment. What your cat is usually saying is not touch me, but rather I trust you enough not to hide the most vulnerable parts of myself from you. 4. Your cat chooses to touch you in their own very specific way. Cats do not always enjoy being picked up, hugged, or held tightly, but they often have very subtle forms of contact that carry a lot of meaning. For example, they may rub their head against your hand, brush their cheek against your leg, place a paw on you, lean gently into you, or calmly walk across your body as if it feels completely natural. These behaviors are not random. Cats live through scent familiarity and a strong sense of safety. When a cat rubs their face against you, they are often leaving their familiar scent on you. It is almost like a way of making you part of their safe world. And when a cat lightly touches you with a paw or leans against you, it often means your physical presence feels comforting rather than threatening. If you agree with this point, comment 2. Because many people think trust has to look like cuddling or obvious affection, when for cats, sometimes even the softest touch can say a lot. 5. Your cat follows you, but not too closely. This is one of the easiest behaviors to misunderstand. Some cats do not wrap around your legs, ask to be held, or constantly demand attention, but they still seem to appear wherever you are. You walk into the kitchen and they follow you to the doorway. You move to another room, and a little later they show up there too. You sit down to work, and they settle somewhere nearby, quietly staying within sight. A lot of people assume that is just curiosity. Sometimes it is. But when this happens again and again, even when there is no food involved and nothing especially exciting is happening, it often reflects something deeper. Your cat wants to stay connected to a presence that feels safe to them. What makes this so interesting is that trust in cats does not always mean zero distance. Sometimes they do not need to touch you. They just need to know you are still within their familiar, safe world. 6. Your cat feels free enough to play and show their silly side around you. This is a beautiful sign of trust that many people overlook. When a cat feels genuinely comfortable, they play in a very natural and uninhibited way. They may zoom around the room, pounce on toys, slip a little, roll across the floor, spin in circles, or do things that look unexpectedly goofy. So why does that connect to trust? Because a tense cat usually does not let go that easily. They stay more focused on watching, monitoring, and keeping control of the space around them. They do not easily reveal that completely carefree side of themselves. So when your cat feels safe enough to be silly in front of you, to play freely, and to show you their most natural self, it often means they no longer feel the need to stay in a defensive mode around you. 7. Your cat allows you to come close when they are vulnerable. This is a very deep sign of trust. Pay attention to moments when your cat is dozing off, just waking up, resting, feeling tired, or simply moving more slowly than usual. If you come near during those moments and your cat does not immediately jump up, move away, switch spots right away, or look at you with a guarded expression, that is a very strong signal. Because real trust is not only shown when a cat is feeling playful or upbeat, it shows most clearly when they are not in their most active or in control state. A cat truly trusts someone when they do not feel the need to instantly go into self-protection mode the moment that person appears. If you have ever seen your cat stay lying there calmly when you sat down nearby, comment 3, because that is a very quiet kind of trust, but an incredibly real one. Number 8. Your cat no longer startles too easily because of your presence. This sign is talked about less often, but it is actually very reliable. When a cat does not fully trust you, yet they often react strongly to your movements. You step closer and they get up. You shift your position and they stare at you. You reach your hand out and they lean back or prepare to leave. But when a cat trusts you more, your presence no longer keeps their nervous system on constant alert. They do not need to monitor you every second. They do not need to adjust their body to every small movement you make. They start to experience you as a normal, predictable, and non-threatening part of their environment. This is a very mature kind of trust. It may not look dramatic from the outside, but deep down, it means a great deal. Gio, your cat comes to you when they need a sense of stability. Not every cat shows this in the same way. But many cats, when they hear a strange noise, when guests come over, when something in the home changes, or when something makes them feel slightly uneasy, will choose to stay near the person they trust most. Some will sit near your feet. Some will jump onto the chair you are sitting in. Some simply want to be in the same room with you, and that is enough. That is very meaningful. Because when stress rises, cats often look for whatever helps them feel more grounded and secure. And if that place is near you, it means you are not just someone who lives in the same house. You have become an emotional anchor for them. That is trust, not when everything feels easy, but when your cat needs to feel safe the most. 10. The deepest sign of all, your cat feels free to be fully themselves around you. In the end, the biggest sign that your cat truly trusts you is not found in just one single behavior. It is found in your cat's overall state when they are with you. A cat that truly trusts you will usually become softer over time once you are part of their life. They sleep more deeply. They startle less. They dare to turn their back. They dare to play. They dare to slow blink. They dare to stay close. They even dare to walk away without tension. And they also dare to come back because they know that space is still safe. That is the deepest layer of trust. Not dependence, not constant clinginess, but the feeling that they do not need to stay guarded when they are around you. And that may be one of the most beautiful things in the relationship between cats and humans. Because in a cat's very cautious world, trusting someone is a big thing. It does not come from one single moment. It comes from hundreds of moments where you were gentle, consistent, never forceful, never startling, and never betrayed their sense of safety. So if your cat shows these signs, there is a very good chance that you are not only someone they are fond of, you are someone they trust. And for a cat, that is one of the most genuine gifts they can give.